Welcome back in, everybody. A bit of a longer break than we used to here between the two series, but we will be getting back into it. Cybercats versus No Sorry coming up as the second series of the day. And again, this is a fight for survival here for No Sorry. If they do not win this one, they will be relegated from Division 2. Cybercats looking to pick up their third win of the series, third series of the tour as well. But yeah, as soon as if Cybercats lock this one in, No Sorry will be down with Sigma Y&T. I think this is the earliest I've seen coming into the beginning of the week where we might have our teams established for relegation. It will mean that if Cybercats win this one, then the top will not be decided by anybody because, 5-0 on Namiga. They will have to win the game against Cybercats on Saturday to secure their win, 6-0 in series played and won. But for now, it will be, Moneymakers, Navi Junior, Team Sexy, Lakem Nihao. And if they win, Cybercats all sitting on 3 wins, looking to get themselves in that second slot for promotion into Division 1. It looks like we are just waiting for the draft to start. We're getting ready to go. We are close to being ready and being launched into the second series. Coming up for the rest of the time, we'll take a look. Cybercats, they have a Lakem Nihao. Those are two rough games to finish off the tour on. Namiga and Lakem Nihao, who, again, Namiga have beaten everybody so far. Only dropped 2 games over the entire tour. One to No Sorry, surprisingly, and one to Team Sexy. So, do Cybercats have it in them to come back and maybe take the first win against Amiga in the tour? You'll maybe secure that Division 1 promotion, or at least march themselves on a little bit further to that. Because at the minute, Lakem Nihao are in the most comfortable position to take the second slot, because the only game they've dropped is to Namiga. Navi Junior, Team Sexy, obviously we just saw Navi Junior drop in their game up against Moneymakers, and what else? Who did Team Sexy drop to? I think it was Lakem Nihao and Amiga. So there is, I mean, even if we only have the one decided today, it could be ripples throughout the rest of the tour here. We'll see if Cybercats, like I say, as we're getting ready to get into the draft, if Cybercats are going to be able to take down No Sorry, force them into that relegation position and secure safety of their own here, Cybercats. So if No Sorry fight back, potentially look to force it out to tiebreakers up against Cybercats, because again, Cybercats, Namiga, and Lakem Nihao, not too easy series, but again, No Sorry would have to pick up the win up against Team Sexy a little bit later on in the tour. As we get into it, we're going to see the Lycan and the Brood and the Beastmaster and the Monkey King all being banned out here. So again, let's list them, shall we? Undying, Disruptor, Rubik, Dragon Knight, Pangolier even getting through on this one. Ooh, do Cybercats go for that cheeky final pick in the phase for the Pango? So there's no Bloodseekers to be picked up. There's no Enchantresses still there as well.
Dire team pick.
I'm gonna go for the Rubik. Okay. So right off the bat, Cybercats prioritizing the Rubik pickup over everything else that is pretty much first phased at the minute. No, sorry. Again, they've got some time to think about this, to decide what they want to be picking up. Just and this is very important here for No Sorry. Like I say, if they lose this one, it's curtains. So these go straight for the Centaur. What is it? Centaur and Hoodwink as their off lane. It isn't awful, because obviously the Hoodwink, the Bushwhack, the Lockdown, Centaur then can get on top. Centaur Stomp comes out. The Double Edge and the Retaliate damage as well. Centaur, a decent hero, but picking this up so early on will leave you to openings like the Lifestealer to come out here on the side of Cybercats. Or the Ursa. Both heroes have a good time. In fact, with the off lane shown here, No Sorry, if they wanted to, Cybercats could just pick up the safe lane hero up against the Centaur Warrior in the lane. And just make sure it's definitely locked in and not banned out in this next phase. So Cybercats probably going to be having a little bit of discussion here, whether they want to lock that in that safe lane or in which safe lane it's going to be, or whether they want to go for something like, say, in the mid lane, you pick up the Pango here and then you ban out the Bloodseeker in this next phase of bans. whether they're even going to be comfortable playing that one. Let's take a look at what Cybercats have played. So against Navi Jr., they did actually pick up the Lifestealer. So they pick up the Primal Beast to make sure that one gets through. They do seem to favor the Primal Beast as well, you know, picking it up against 2 of the matches up against Navi, and Navi getting it in the 3rd. Up against Sigma Y and T, Night Stalker's coming out, some anti-mages there as well, a Drow Ranger. Moneymakers on the 17th. They played... Was it the Monkey King Carry? It looks like it was. MK Carry with the Death Prophet and the Dragonite running the other 2 cores. As the ban out the anti-mage, the Terrorblade is going to be gone here as well. So there is precedent if they want to go back for the Lifestealer here. You know, if they do want to pick that hero up, it seems like it has been run before. I wonder if this is going to be the DK Focus Primal Beast. Or if they want to run this... Because would you run it on Shira in the mid lane? Well, I think more than likely, I mean, it could be a Force Majeure hero as well. But I think more than likely, you put this Primal Beast, you know, in the position 3, where it's comfortable running. It does close down a couple of avenues in terms of heroes as well, but you do have to watch out for the stuns. So maybe it might actually be the Hoodwink position 5 up against the Primal Beast in the lane now that they see the Primal Beast coming out. Just being able to get off the bushwhack, obviously does need to be close to the trees to get that bushwhack off, but just something like that, or maybe a Lich that can stop the Primal Beast in its tracks. And... no, sorry, taking the time. Just taking some time to think about this next ban here, what they want to be taking away from the side of Cybercats, whether they do maybe want to take away the that Lifestealer, maybe something like the Ursa as well. Okay, they take away the Disruptor. So being able to get the Glimpse back, even the Centaur comes in with the Stampede, the Glimpse comes out, Centaur is sent all the way back. I wouldn't be able to vote with the Centaur stomping. Maybe, you know, the other side of it, trying to get away with the Stampede, even if the Glimpse comes out, you know, the Stampede, oh, excuse me, even if the Stampede comes out, the Glimpse would get anyone trying to flee on low health, drag them back, and probably send them to the doom. Most popular support, I want to say as well, in the Eastern European region. Yeah, Disruptor, 52% win rate, so not quite as high as Division 1, where it was sitting at something like I want to say a 73, 74% win rate.
10 seconds remaining.
What was it? Yeah, 71. 71.88, so 72% win rate overall. 32 picks, 23 wins, 9 losses. So they ban out the Morph. What sense? Slark? For no sorry? Slark is still there.
Radiant team pick.
Okay, gonna be the Clockwork right off the bat. So Cybercats, I mean, again, looking at both offlanes coming out here, the Rubik and the Primal Beast, as well as the Centaur Warren and the Hoodwink. So Clockwork's going to offer some protection. If the Primal Beast tries to get in, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure the Cogs push back the Primal Beast when he goes for the Onslaught.
5 seconds remaining.
Clock even going to be able to get off the Battery Sword as well to stop him if he needs to, like, point blank. It will mess with the Trample coming out from the Primal Beast as well. But saying that, the Clockwork has to watch out for the telekinesis into that Onslaught, into the trample damage before he's even able to get off his combination to maybe stop that Primal Beast from getting the kill on Clockwork in this lane. Because he likes to play it so far forward, obviously being a melee hero as well, he might be the target of the aggression coming in here from Cybercats in this off lane for them. Cybercats, where do you want to go with their next pick? Yeah, sorry, hay fever's been going wild the past few days, like the past week or so. So it is going to be... It's going to be the Jakiro. Okay, that's not awful. Good lane pusher with the dual breath, liquid fire as well on towers. Doesn't really solo commit to taking down towers, but it's nice at just having that little extra pepper, you know, to push down waves, to add that little bit of extra damage to pushing down buildings. Nice lockdown as well. You know, someone tries to get away. The ice path, the stun. No, the stun didn't get updated. It was the
Faceless
Ooh,
Void.
Faceless. Yeah, it was the amount of time I think the ice path went down for, I do believe, which was changed in the last patch. The Faceless Void coming out here from the side of Cybercats as well. That's going to be a really nice one because, I mean, what better to get the most out of the Dual
10
Breath and the Macro
seconds
Power, the
remaining.
Liquid Fire, than a Chronosphere.
5 seconds remaining.
So, how do you even really stop that? No, on the side of no, sorry. Yeah, what's it going to be? Because a hook shot, not awful against the Faceless Void if you can keep him locked down long enough, but he is always going to have the ability to get off that time work. So, what would you go for against the Faceless? Something that it has to play outside of the Chronosphere as well. Just looking at, they've already banned out the Morph themselves here. On the side of no, sorry. So, Shadow Fiend, Clinks. Shadow Fiend actually might not be too bad. Before the BKB comes out for the Faceless, if he doesn't get him caught in the Chrono, the Shadow Fiend should just be able to use his ultimate, use the the Requiem. Push away
Team ban.
the Faceless Void from his own Chronosphere with a fear. Maybe something like the Abaddon as well.
Dire
So they just go for the Ursa. I got caught up looking at the hero list and they go for the Ursa, but I mean, you could still go for the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane here from No Sorry if you really wanted to. Again, another popular hero is the Ember Spirit does get banned out. Did he want to ban out the... What was he looking at? Storm, Death Prophet. You know, Death Prophet is still
10
there.
seconds remaining.
So, heroes like the Storm Spirit, the Death Prophet coming out, the Puck, Viper being banned as well. Maybe they do run this Primal Beast in the mid lane and put a Venomancer in the off lane up against the Ursa. Ooh. The rise of the Venomancer, it's coming back. It is, again, like the Necrophos, just a little bit too late, but it is on its way back here, the Venomancer, up against these Ursa picks. So you'd run what? The Jakiro Venomancer
5 seconds remaining.
in the off lane up against the Jakiro, up against the Ursa with Jakiro Venomancer. It's a lot of slows, it's a lot of damage, and a lot of kite ability before that Ursa gets the BKB. And I kind of hope that Cybercats, maybe if they don't go for it, but I'm kind of hoping they're still talking about it, still discussing. Maybe we pick up the Venomancer here. Because, I mean, no sorry, they're going to be able to respond how they want to with this Primal Beast. Because Cybercats do have the next pick, and obviously no sorry have the final pick, so whatever this lane's going to be for the Primal Beast, whether it is going to be the mid, or I don't think you want to run the Ursa. Excuse me, you don't want to run the Primal Beast up against the Ursa as well. The Ursa will rip you asunder, just completely shred you in a lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Even if you are that big tanky hero, you know, it's a lot of damage that this Ursa Burr can put out. You do want something that's got the kite ability, and with the clockwork as well. If you get locked down by the bats, you're still by this Primal Beast, you are going to be Burr food. Which is just meat, I guess.
Team pick.
Yeah, the OD gets banned out here. No, they go for the Invoker. So they are going to run this Primal Beast up against the Ursa. I don't know how much I like that. If the Clockwork catches you on your onslaught out, Ursa really can rip you apart. No, sorry. Got themselves about 40 seconds to think about this final pick as well. So, up against the Invoker in the lane, I'd still say Shadow Fiend, to be honest. Has a decent time up against the Invoker in the lane. Can do a lot of damage in these team fights as well. Offers some control. Maybe you go for something like a stun-based hero, though. Although you do still have a lot of control. So I think you want the damage now. The damage output, and again, Shadow Fiend, Storm Spirit, things like this that have a decent amount of burst damage to come through from the kits. Puck is still available. Puck might not be awful up against the Invoker. Nope. Straight into the Tiny. Okay. So yeah, Dodon on the Tiny, Black Archangel on the Clockwork. It is going to be another important factor. We've got Phasor standing in for Yond. So, no, sorry, they are using a stand-in here. I only saw it when I saw the Jeffrix name. But yeah, Yond, not coming into these final few matches, it seems. It looks like it is going to be Jeffrix, he's rebranded to here. But Phasor will be playing the support here for the side of No Sorry. As the Nosric picks up the Ursa Burr. Dominic on the Centaur, Warren and Mew on the side of Cybercats. Yeah, Chira on the Invoker, like you see. Faceless Voids. being played by Alberca. I mean, looking at the lineups, who do I prefer here? I don't know. I think Jakiro might make life a little bit of a pain for the Ursula, but I think a Primal Beast, if he keeps getting... It's a big if. You know, if the Clockwork is able to catch him out, you know, put pressure onto the Primal Beast in the lane, Ursula might just be able to follow up with the control. That's why I'd like to have seen maybe the focus from the Primal Beast in the mid lane and go for something like that Venomancer in the off lane. The Viper was ban out. But I suppose if you've got the control on the Ursula in the fights with the Pulverize coming through before he gets that enrage off, it might go all right for him, as we are going to be taking a quick word from our sponsors, guys. Before we get into the second series, we'll take a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, Cybercats going to smoke right out of the base. They have... Do they have... they don't have first blood potential. They're just going to use that to get some wards down. Get some vision. Yeah. Invoker straight into the river. Just getting that one down across the water. Making sure that they can get the vision on the other side. Like I say, the smoke coming out, so it won't be spotted out. Maybe it's going to be... I mean, Archangel has a sentry, but they're not going to know this is happening. They're not going to know it's down. So maybe not wanting to waste a sentry here from Archangel. It's a lot of gold, you know. Just to be putting down all willy-nilly like.
30
Meanwhile,
seconds to
in the
battle.
safe lane for Cybercats, there is a pretty nice Observer Ward here as well to see couriers, see rotations. As the tree started to get eaten away here by the Jakiro. Just to make it a little bit harder, we'll take a look at the odds as well. Nearly 3 for No Sorry, 2.9 for them, and 1.34 for Cybercats. So Cybercats coming into this one as the favourites. We'll see the invade. Phasor should just be able to take this one. Dominic to back him up here as well. 3 seconds. Yeah, it looks like they're going to give this one away. In the river, though, like Archangel, he does get the snatch. So at least it's going to be 3 bounties, maybe even all 4. It looks like going the way of No Sorry. Well, if you were starting off a survival match, this is how you'd want it to start. And this is effectively a grand finals here for No Sorry. Like it's going to be, if they win this one, it's going to be a grand finals up against Namiga as well. Up against Team Sexy. Team Sexy, not Namiga. I'm just thinking everyone's got like Namiga left to play. Yeah, Team Sexy and No Sorry. That could force it to tiebreakers here. So yeah, it is a grand final coming through from No Sorry. Zalberka in the bottom lane. How's he going to do it? I mean, he's got that time walk away if he does get a lot of harass coming out into him. Phasor looks like he's already taken some harass coming out from Jakiro. Jakiro, what did he go for? Force Majeure at level 1. He actually went for the dual breath. So yeah, it will come through. And Phasor, well, he might even lose his... Nah, the Force Majeure playing too far away from the courier. We'll see mid lane. Dodrin might suffer a little bit up against the Invoker. Obviously, being that ranged hero, you always have that advantage. Going to actually go for Quas Exhort here for the Invoker as well. So, Tiny, he might suffer a little bit in this early stage of the lane. But obviously, with the tree grab, you know, he's going to be able to move himself in. Maybe some stacks to come out to help the Tiny catch up if he does get behind. Yeah, on top lane, I think top lane is going to be down to how well the support's playing this one. You know, how much Black Archangel's going to try and get in the face of DK Focus. How DK Focus is going to be able to play around with the telekinesis coming out, the Fade Bolt as well, the Rubik. Because Denosric, you can see him here, he's playing a little bit further away from DK Focus, you know, just trying to look for the last hits. DK Focus as well, going for that first point in the uproar. Just to offer some protection. Earthshock comes in, but the Fade Bolt already thrown out. Yeah, no, it's only level 2, so no point in the overpower just yet. Not able to really stack the damage up, and Fury Swipes at level 1. Not the worst thing in the world to be playing into. With that. You know, the reset, the 8-second reset time at level 1. So you just back yourself away, come back into the fight when they're gone. 8 seconds later, bish bash bosh, you're back in the lane. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Alberca trying to contest this pull here. Dominic, he's trying to pull the Radiant Creeps into this one. It might actually be enough here with the Liquid Fire coming through. Force Majeure again, the Dual Breath onto Dominic. Dominic taking some harass. Dominic will be going towards the Vanguard as well. None of this Meteor Hammer on the Centaur nonsense. As back in the mid lane, how are the last hits looking? Yeah, it's not a big difference between the two of them. Dodrain, he's got himself 1, but 7 denies over the Invoker. Jira at least going to be able to get this rune down, the ward down, excuse me. Yes, so, I mean, Tiny's playing with the bottle, that's where the runes were coming into my head, because the Tiny's playing with the bottle, so he's going to have that regen coming through. Obviously, the Quartz from the Invoker as well, you stack that up, you're going to have some regen coming through from there. So, I'm interested to see what the kill potential is going to be like. Dodrain, in terms of levels, is about half a level behind the Tiny, and now the Tiny coming in might even be able to get that last hit onto the Forge Spirit. So, Jira falling behind in terms of denies to the Tiny. The Tiny's having a grand old time in this mid lane to start with. The Nosric, how rough is it looking for the Ursubur? He's looking okay. So yeah, Jess V coming up again. Jess using all of his mana, going towards the wand, I assume, on the courier. No, just going to be mangoes and boots coming out here. That's what that ward is for, just to hunt behind the trees. Get yourself a couple of couriers, and Jaffrix will be able to take down Alberca's courier. But it looks like it was on the way back after delivering the Glove of Haste, maybe even the Wraith Band here. Dominic already got himself the Ring of Health, so the kill potential, it goes right down in this lane. Dodrain pulling the creeps behind the tier 2, but yeah, Force Majeure taking a lot of damage here now as well. Dominic, he's going to burn a little bit. His main being set on fire by the Jakiro. JSV. Actually, does he get run down here by Clockwork? It looks like Clockwork getting some harass, but Jess will be able to get himself away. He's going to be okay here with the regen coming through as well. Primal Beast, they actually want to go into the Nosric. There's going to be the damage coming through. Dodrain, he gets the kill in the mid lane onto the Invoker. The Invoker, I thought he'd have a bit of a better time, again, being that ranged hero, but going for the Quartz Exort, it means he's giving up a lot of control coming through, because he's not going to have the Tornado, the EMP to come out. He's not going to have, well, he's not going to have the Deafening Blast anyway, but no cold, well, he could still go for the Cold Snaps. But it is a lot of utility in terms of what the Invoker can throw, traded off for aggression. And it seems like Dodrain here just able to get a little bit more aggressive, pick up that kill. Dodrain, though, will be out of mana. So, Focus. How's the Primal Beast looking? He went for the triple Gauntlets of Strength. That's never a good sign. When you go in triple... I mean, Phase Boots are there mid lane, though. They might be able to make another move onto Chira. Chira can get himself away from this one. He absolutely cannot. Dodrain getting 2 kills in about the space of a minute on the Invoker. The Helper this time, though, coming through from the Hoodwink. And Archangel, he takes down Jasvi. So, I mean, there's going to be some damage. The Onslaught now as well. So Focus was able to get it with trampled Onslaught damage, but Focus run himself away from Denosric. Denosric is level 5 now. 3 points into the Fury Swipes and 1 into the Overpower. This Primal Beast has to be absolutely careful that he doesn't get caught out. Because if he does, it is curtains. Bottom lane. So we might be seeing a fight coming through here. Dominic getting aggressive onto Force Majeure. Force Majeure trying to use the Dual Breath here onto Jaffrix. Jaffrix Sunstrike now as well with the Ice Path. And that is going to be a kill going the way of the Jakiro. Good assist by the Invoker, though, as he gets himself back into the lane. Dodrain has rotated down for this. Alberca's level 4. Dominic's level 5. So Dom with the Vanguard now as well. Alberca having not a great time in this lane. And we'll see. Telekinesis comes up. The cogs were dropped. So the Primal Beast just gives it up. Yeah, we'll see in this bottom lane how Alberca's going to try and respond to this, because he will have the time walk if he gets too much damage taken here. But for the most part, Dominic should be fine in this lane. Chronosphere might come out if you get a rotation. Sunstrike's coming through. Macro Pyres from Jakiro. When that is up, because I think the Jakiro's only about level 4 as well. Yeah, level 4. Getting close to level 5, though, here on Jackie. The Nosric looking for that Battle Fury as well. Which you... I don't think anyone didn't expect that to come through from the Ursula. Yeah, Chira. The Bushwhack, but no real follow-up here onto the Invoker. So the Invoker going towards that Hand of Magus. Thinks it might be a long game. Has to play some catch-up anyway here. After going down twice to the Tiny. 1,000 gold behind. Speaking about going down to the Tiny. Dodrin. Great rotation to get the kill into the Faceless Void. And no, sorry. They're just cleaning up left, right, and center on the map. Tiny already has the Blink Dagger 8.5 minutes in. In fact, 8 minutes in here. Dodrin straight onto that Blink. And he might be able to get it off again on the Invoker. Do we have any reveal? This with the Bushwhack. It connects. Connects it. It does actually connect to the tree that he put down, but the tossback now as well. Jira Jr. He's not going to be able to get the Ghost Walk off. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have a point into the Wex, and they're going to be able to get the kill. Alberca comes in. Only level 5, though. No Chronosphere, so the Ice Wall's been dropped, and the Archangel, he might be the one to go down. Jira Jr. does get the kill. Level 7 here on the Invoker. Great rotation in from Alberca, who just... he cannot go home, so Force Majeure going to be given this lane, it seems like. Maybe the Invoker in the jungle with the Forge Spirit. As the Faceless. Oh, okay, Alberca's going to make a move over to the bottom. Again. And it's not going to be a Maelstrom here for the Faceless Void. It's going to be a Mask of Madness. And... again... if he pops this, he's got to be so careful about the amount of burst damage that comes through from No Sorry if he does get caught out. See Dominic, he's not even pretending to skip the wave. He's just coming right up onto the tower, letting the the creeps burn themselves down on his retaliate damage. 3 points not retaliate here for the Centaur, by the way. And Dominic, he's pulling the creeps through. Yeah, like I say, he's just trying to take this tier 1 tower down by the fact that the creeps will always push into this tower. He can push in with the creep wave, take the tower damage coming through as well, and the Radiant creeps will just burn down to him. And he's going to take some tower shots, but Alberca, while this is going on, Macropyre was a Chronosphere. Oh, outside of the Macropyre. No Sunstrike, because Chira Jr. is dying to Dodrin, and it looks like Dominic is going to be able to get himself away. Use that Stampede. Do we have the damage with the Ice Path now as well? Dominic, he's getting low, but does he have enough to get himself out? The Hoodwink rotates in. They needed to drop the Chronosphere first. The Macropyre came out a little bit too early on, and Dodrin was just able to... excuse me, Dominic. Just able to move himself away with a Stampede. Instant Stampede there, and the Chronosphere wasn't... if that Chronosphere was on point with the Macropyre, that Centaur dies. No two ways about it, that Centaur dies. But because of the miscoordination there from Alberca as well as the Jakiro, Dominic's going to carry on going. He's going to be fine. Tier 1 tower will go down. Dominic gets the credit for it here as well. Centaur Storm comes out, and Dominic, he is going to be able to get a kill onto Force Majeure. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, once again, Shira Jr. Telekinesis comes through. Jess V. Ice Wall's going to be dropped here. Black Archangel. Can he get himself away? It looks like not. As Archangel, he will take another fall here. 1, 3, and 1. But while this is all going on, Denosric's just getting free farm, getting himself towards this Battle Fury on the top lane. Ursula. DK Focus is going to see him. DK Focus is level 7 as well. Actually not had a bad time, DK Focus. What, he even got himself involved in a kill. So going straight towards that BKB. No drums after the phase boots, no Guardian's Greaves, nothing like that. No Boots of Burn. Just straight into the BKB. Which is probably where you want to be sitting as a Primal Beast, straight into that BKB so you can run yourself in with the Onslaught. Get the Pulverize off. And start to delay some fights. While this is going on, though, you can see the two big beefy cores in the top of the map. While this is going on, No Sorry they're getting involved in the Radiant jungle. They're going to be able to get themselves a great kill onto Jesfi again. They've got the rotation, the Blink Dagger coming through from the Tinies. It's an easy setup. Blink now for the Centaur Warren as well. All 3 cores from the side of No Sorry, up ahead and away from Cybercats. Alberca, no Chronosphere for the next 28 seconds. Again, it is good. The Mask of Madness, he wants to go for the Stampede to get the double blink in. Avalanche, what's the damage? Are they going to have enough? Yeah, they're going to time this right, so he's not going to be able to get the time walk off fully. But the Pulverize comes through. Sunstrike's going to be there. Dodrin He's going to be taken down, and Force Majeure will get the kill. Can they go for Dominic on the back lines? Where's that bash? One more right click. Not going to be proccing. And at least the Centaur gets the TP away. But they did lose the Tiny, giving up over 600 gold there to the Jakiro. I mean, the Faceless Void probably wanted that because, you know, it would have been pretty much his Morbid Mask, which would, you know, into the Mask of Madness. But again, he's got to be careful, especially with these wards being down from the Dire, that if he does get caught out, Mask of Madness ain't going to help him. It will be a hindrance more than it will be a help here for Alberca. That just kind of sums it up for the Faceless Void. He thinks he's got enough damage to take down the Tomato. Time walks himself away to save some time, and then has to do the Walk of Shame back to the to get the last hit, get that last like 15 damage off. So Faceless Voids, they're gonna go for this again. They're smoking up this time, looking for that long wrap around. Will they be able to time it right? Alberca time walks himself back underneath the tier. What was stolen now as well? The Rubik, he's going to be able to do... Oh, he probably doesn't want the double edge to come out. They get the jump, they get the kill into Alberca. They're going to be able to go for even more now. Sharpshooter onto JSV. The toss in from the tree. And it is going to be going the way of Jeffrix here with the nut shot. And, well, taking down those two heroes, that is definitely a nut shot for the Cybercats. Not going to be happy with that at all. Rotating into the mid lane now, with the building damage coming through. I wonder if Dodrin goes for that early shot, because he's going towards the Echo Saber on the Tiny. And the tree grab having no charge would be really nice with the Echo Saber. So it's still a couple of minutes away from getting it to jump in though. What's not going to be a few minutes away is getting a kill onto this Jakiro. The toss comes out, actually onto the Centaur now as well. Alberca, he finds 3 in the Chronosphere. Can they get the kills from this? What's he stolen now as well? The Earthkill jump, the hookshot on the back lines. Stampede comes out. It looks like everybody on the side of No Sorry. No way they get out alive. The Hex comes out now as well. The Clockwork trying to use the Piggy Pole to get away a little bit faster, but that Ice Wall is down, and the follow-up damage. Centaur stomp. But Fogus will be able to get the kill into Black Archangel. Now Dominic trying to run himself away from this one. Puts himself in a bad position. But again, big tanky hero. You've got the back lines. They're looking for a redive here on the side of No Sorry. And it wasn't Hex. Imagine having Hex in 15 minutes. It was the Piggy Pole to come through there from the Clockwork. Just trying to run it away a little bit faster. But with the Ice Wall, it just locked him down enough that they were able to get at least a kill onto the Clockwork. Cheer in the trees. What's he going to be able to try and do on Dodrin? Dodrin's not full health as well. Dodrin, he's going to give it the old walk away. Dodrin has more health, sitting on about a half health bar that is ticking up now, 10.8. Ooh, it doesn't connect onto Fogus. Oh, Tiny, would you put his intelligence at 0? Take off the Ava and the toss. No, this is going to be the Husker, right? Top lane. Quietly, Donozric just gets on with it. Even with the rotation in, they have the blink. If they have the vision, they're going to have the vision in the river here. Archangel, Sunstrike's going to miss. Do they want to try and re-engage? They could do if the uproar, the hookshot is going to come out point blank again. Backlines, they get the kill onto JSV. Looks like DK Fogus might be able to get himself away from this one. Grouping up with the surviving members of his team.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But I suppose, yeah, no, just thinking about it. I was just thinking because they've taken away the starting Agi for the Tiny.
Are scanning.
Tiny just looking for the bonus Agi. So could they do something similar, just make him a purely strength hero? But Huskar makes more sense. You know, using his life thematically. While we go on, guys, don't forget, or while I ramble on, don't forget you can head yourself over to the EGB. Just use the QR code that's on the screen. While that's going on, Roshan will fall. Denozric takes it. But yeah, head yourself over to EGB. Get yourself a free up to $600 bonus to all newcomers when they make the first deposit. Again, over 18s only. Don't forget to read the terms and conditions when you do get involved. And speaking about getting involved here, DK Fogus trying to get involved, but 3-4 heroes around from the side of No Sorry. They're going to get involved. They're going to be doing the damage onto DK Fogus in the mid lane. The Nozric has an Aegis, the hookshot. It does come through. They're going to be able to get the kill into JSV now as well. And the Nozric, he should be fine here on the top lane. So JSV will fall. Dominic gets himself the double in the mid. They might even go Faceless Void. He's already used that Time Walk. Level 4 in the Time Walk, though. Rocket Flare comes out. He's going to TP himself up to the top lane. They want this Aegis pop. But as he goes for it, it's already going to be the TP up from Doran. Doran, if he gets the blink, where's the... No! He gets the toss back onto the creep. It's going to be the Forge Spirit now as well. And Chira Jr. inside. Chronosphere comes out, connects onto the Tiny. Whereas the Sunstrike was followed by Macro Power as well onto the Ursa. So Doran might fall here. He will go down. The damage, it should be enough. Alberca secures that kill, but Sharpshooter onto Jakiro. Do they want to go for any more? Telekinesis onto the Centaur. You drag him closer. You really don't want to drag him closer. Into the Pulverize, though. It might be enough damage to take Dominic down. Dominic, can he get himself away the Ice Path? And now the Pulverize through. DK Focus. This is going to be a really nice fight, but he still gets the kill onto the Faceless Void. The Nosric, I spoke way too soon. Archangel's going to get low. Do they get the kill onto him, though? Chira will pick it up. So they get 3, still lose Alberca though. Nosric, he wants to go in for even more. And the Ursula has that blink in the back lines to get the kill into Force Majeure. Jeffrix will go down. He tries to run himself out, but the Pulverize, it's back up the Ice Wall now. He pops the Enrage though. DK Fogus, who's the one that has to run away. They're onto the high ground with the Earthshock. He's just a little ball of tricks here, Nosric, but he still have Ward. He still have a way to break this Aegis, and can he group up for even more? No Pulverize for 14 seconds. Yeah, the Stolen Avalanche, it won't connect here onto Nosric. And Nosric, he loses the Aegis, going straight into this Aghanim Scepter on the Ursa. Ursa, it's still, I mean, he's got the Blade of Alacrity out here. DK Fogus, how's he looking? BKB's up, wants to go straight into that Blink Dagger. Just makes sense. Just using the Windlace. So, no, Force Majeure, they have the vision down, Jess. Jess, you've got to walk away there, mate. Just give it the old walk away. Because that tiny Blink Dagger, if that was off cooldown, you would be dead along with the Jakiro. Sitting on 1200 health. And, yeah, Doran, he's looking actually for the BKB next. But no, sorry, starting to take these towers, starting to look to put the pressure on. And again, keep themselves alive for just one more day. Or in fact, when's the next series?
Radiant's bottom tower.
Cybercats actually come up against Nemiga first. Cybercats. Dominic just pushing this bottom lane, but it's just going creeps. Okay, so they don't actually catch everything. Looks like both teams taking a bit of a break, looking towards these next items here. Centaur Warrener will have the BKB flying into him. Going straight towards this Hex after the blink as well. So Dominic, there it is. BKB is up. That's a really nice timing here for the side of No Sorry. If they want to try, I mean, they are going to try and force down this tier 2. There's Tiny starting on his blink as well. DK Fogus, he's looking for the back lines, but the Rocket Flood is going to see him. Are they going to be able to get the jump onto Jakiro? Yes, Centaur Stomp comes out. Fire is down. He's trying to buy space and time here. The Ice Path, it won't connect. And Force Majeure, that Sharpshooter, it whistles past his ear. But he will still be taken down as Doran gets the kill. And now this tier 2, it will fall. Not going to trade up. I mean, there's no real good building takers here on the side of Cybercats. Invoker's all right at it with the Forge Spirits and the Alacrity coming out. But for the most part, yeah, he isn't a building taker. Fortification will be used for that mid-tier 1. Tier 2 on the top lane, it will be started now by the catapult. Also the Nosric. What's he going to be able to... Because he's going to be about 150 gold away from this Ag Scepter here for the Ursula. Not going to be the BKB right off the bat for him, so the Blink Dagger into the... I wonder if he goes into this after the Ags, if he start getting looking for fights, or if he's just going to go in for... No, it's going to be the Basher. So he doesn't even want that BKB, it doesn't seem like, straight into the Basher. They want to fight here on the side of No Sorry. They want to start to get involved. I mean, I say start to get involved. They've already got 17 kills in the game. A 7k net worth lead as well. And Jeffrix, not going to be able to get the lockdown. Doesn't get the kill. Force Majeure. Was he moving himself towards this bottom lane? Chira as well in the trees. I mean, this is kind of what you have to... Ooh, they might actually have it onto the Nosric. He's got that Aghanim Scepter, though. He He pops the Enrage in it. The Macropyre is going to be coming down. Chiro Jr. now as well. The BKB pops from Chiro Jr. Can he get himself away from this Ursa? He's going to be taking a lot of damage, even with the damage coming through from the slowdown on the Ice Wall. Archangel can get himself away from this one. Hook shots himself away to the neutrals. He might want to carry on coming through his DK Focus. He will get the kill. Okay, so instant lesson for potential BKB coming out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Because once the cold snap was there from the Invoker, it didn't matter. I mean, the Enrage was used in the Chronosphere anyway. So without a BKB, that Ursa was just not able to get himself away. Thought they were being clever there. No, sorry. Looking for a kill. But they were baited in. Great Chronosphere this time with the coordination of the Macropyre from Force Majeure. As well as Alberca. Set them up for a good kill on Denozric. The Faceless still has some catching up to do, but he has his Maelstrom going towards his BKB. So Alberca, it still is pretty nice for him. You know, just being able to get that kill, even though he is behind, he's going to be given this time to catch up with the Maelstrom. The Maelstrom will be able to help him get more farm. Dodrin, does he split the Echo Saber for this BKB here as the smoke comes out from the side of No Sorry? They might find Jakiro. Big wraparound, smoke's going to break. Dominic, does he want to go for the blink? He blinks in the wrong direction, but should still know. There's going to be a Glimmer Cape here for the Jakiro. Ice Path comes out. The Centaur Stomp into that Bushwhack. It will still connect to Denozric. Dominic sets up. Backlines. Hookshot comes in. But the Pulverize will be used, and Dodrin will go down. Hookshot stolen by the Rubik. Force Staff comes out now as well. But Jesvi, did he just put himself in unnecessary danger? It looks like maybe he did. EMP not enough to dissuade the Denozric from getting the kill onto Jesvi. Dominic still going towards the Hex on the Centaur. Yeah, again, he has that BKB. Did the Ursa Burr change his mind? No, still wants the Basher here on Denozric. Roshan, it isn't back up just yet. At least 13 seconds. We'll see if it's going to be a quick one here. Archangel scouts it out. Just heard the impact from the Sunstrike. Just reminded him, maybe just to check out the respawn time. It's going to be a long one on the big man. 2.5 minutes, near enough. Faceless has the Chronosphere back up with the help of Chiro Jr. Did he want to go for Dodrin here? Dodrin just backs himself away behind the Tier 1 tower again. Didn't actually want to... I mean, he's going to go back for the Ograk, so he did actually want to split out the Echo Saber to get that BKB up a little bit earlier on. Surprised that we're not seeing a Shard queued up for the Tiny here. As he will be the... I think the primary building taker. Meanwhile, Faceless Void. The ward's down. Do they want to go for this now as well with the Force Staff? It comes out from Clockwork, gets out of the path of DK Focus, and now the Hookshot. They're going to be able to go in for the Revenge. Yeah, no! The Sharpshooter! It connects onto the Faceless Void, and now it's going to be a Black Archangel to go down. DK Focus. The get down Mr. President from the Faceless Void. It saves DK Focus's life. Gets the BKB off, but it's going to be a support for a support. And now do they want to go for any more as well? Backlines, Chiro Jr. has to try and get himself away with the Ghost Walk. Definite blast onto the Ursa Burr, so he's going to be disarmed for a little bit, but Force Majeure should still go down. The right clicks now. No, the BKB is going to be channeled from both of them. So there's Meteor Hammer. Well, Dodrin's still going to be taking a lot of right-click damage coming from Alberca, but Denozric on the back lines. And Alberca has to go for that time walk away, whereas the Avalanche toss back right into the waiting paws of the Ursa Burr. And that's going to be, what, 4 for 1? Yeah, 4 for 1. Roshan still not up, 46 seconds off that. But might be enough to get the Ursa Burr close to the Basher. Gonna need about another 400 gold. And Ursa. Once he's got that going, how's Dominic looking as well? He's looking, again, still going towards the Hex. He's chugging along, he's getting there. Now the Boots have travelled to follow up after it. But yeah, he's going to be about 1,200 gold away from this Mystic stuff. Roshan, 10 seconds Sunstrike. It comes out just a wee bit too early there from the Invoker. Because the Tier 1 tower on the top lane, it will fall. Chiro's not close anyway. He's got the Boots of Travel though. The Rocket Flare spots him out. Well, that happens though. The big man is back up. Do they want to go for it on the side of No Sorry? With an 8k net worth lead, yeah, they're going to go straight into this pit. Denozric as well. The Basher coming out now. If a fight does break out, he's got himself the Axe. Sunstrike will be coming out again to scout it out, but when you have the Chronosphere up in about 30 seconds away still, it's not going to be enough time. Unless they can really delay. Well, stolen. The cogs get stolen now as well. They get the jump in. They're going to be able to get the kill. They blow up Chira. DK Focus pops his BKB. The Pulverizer comes out. Might be able to get the kill onto the Clockwork in revenge. But this just buys time here for the shot to come out. Denozric gets himself the Aegis as well. And will be diving in with the rest of the team on this. And it's going to be the kill. Jess V. Staff comes out here for the Rubik. But can they go for even more? They get the jump on Alberca. He has to use his own BKB. He's still going to be locked down. The Basher. He gets that time walk off. Chronosphere, it only catches onto the Centaur. The Centaur, he might go down here, but he might go for a reset. Now, with 3 heroes being dead, no, sorry, think better of it. They forced out a BKB from Alberca. They forced out the Chronosphere here as well. So we'll see just what, if anything, Cybercats want to do with this 3-hero advantage. Just using it to farm, maybe go towards this tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. As yeah, Alberca just continues to move himself up. It goes towards the Skadi, so not a Gluttony and no Lunya to come out for Alberca. Azursa. They're looking for the wraparound. Do they actually have the vision? Chira Jr. He's giving trouble. Handamize comes out. Ghostwalk's going to be there. Any gem, anything like that available? Nope. The dust reveal on the Tiny, but the Invoker didn't stick around long enough to be dusted up. So Denozric, at least, he just takes down the creep wave instead. Is there a gem? There's not. Archangel, though, showing off with the jetpack. Stampede! Who did he find? Did he have the vision? No, Chira Jr. He's away. He's going to be able to get the D-Ward off now as well. Also with the dive in, he pops it. I mean, he's got that level 3 enrage with the Aghanim Scepter, so it's an 18-second cooldown for the Ursa. As they just, you can see like the jetpack coming out from Black Archangel. He is hunting. He's looking to get an angle to get that hookshot off. They should be able to take down this tier 2 tower though. Slowly again, but surely. The Ursa Burst should swim through it. He's going to be able to come in with the overpower now as well. The damage coming out. He's got the Sceptre. He's got the Shard. He's getting close to the BKB. He's about 1,500 gold away from this BKB. So let's see what they want to do here. No, sorry. Maybe trying to break the base. Maybe look for a fight. I mean, the Chronosphere is still down for the next 8 seconds.
Middle tower is under attack.
I wonder if they timed it right. Okay, Force Majeure. Gonna go for that. Pause into the disconnect. Hopefully you won't be too far away. And we'll be able to get onto this. But again, no, sorry. Showing signs of life. If they win this one, and then they're able to beat Team Sexy, anybody on 3 win... it might just be Cybercats going down, because Cybercats, they only have Nemiga and a Lake Nihao left to play. So this could actually be a relegation match right here and now. Obviously, we won't know till later on in the tour, towards the end of it. But yeah, no, sorry. If they win this one, they go 2-2. Cybercats will be 2-3. And then if they win up against Team Sexy, if No Sorry win up against Team Sexy and Cybercats and Nemiga, both teams will be on 3-4. In fact, excuse me, I'm wrong. Because Cybercats will be on 2-4 if they lose this one. My point is, Cybercats need to win this one. Although it hangs in the balance here and now today for No Sorry. If No Sorry win this one, Cybercats a little bit later on down the line could be in a position where they get relegated from Division 2. So this is, whichever way you cut it, a survival match for both teams. DK Focus, just looking to push out the wave. Although, Denozric, they want to go for the tier 2 tower. Tornado's going to come through. Doesn't connect onto every creep, but blink away. The EMP did come through here from the Invoker. Are they actually making a move? This might be a good rotation if they can make it happen. TK Focus has the Hex. They're not going to be able to scout him out. He is in the trees. So he's hiding himself away, not showing on the lane. Making sure he doesn't get caught out. Not sure where everybody inside of No Sorry are. Oh, Burka. It's going to be the jump in. Do they have enough control now as well? The BKB comes over from Dominic the Hex, but the telekinesis, the save from the shard from the Rubik, it will keep the Faceless Void alive. Even with that Hex being revealed there from the Centaur, they didn't get the lockdown. They didn't even cost the BKB here for the Faceless Void, so that's still going to be a 7-second, fully available BKB for the Faceless. Yeah, the smoke up. No, sorry, they want to fight this. Maybe using the Ursa as bait. Big wraparound comes in, though. The hook shot, the lockdown onto the Rubik. This time, no! The Hex comes out. Ursa, he's not going to be able to do what he wanted to, but can he get the kill onto the Faceless Void? They do. Dominic takes him down. He's not got that Chronosphere, though. Doesn't have a buyback either. So, Black Archangel with the jetpack tries to get himself away. The Ursa control, though, has that BKB in his backpack as the Aegis will get popped. His path comes out. They have the control of the Sunstrike. Do they have enough to get the kill onto the Ursa? He's taking a lot of damage. This Hex again, the lockdown coming through. TK Focus. They clean it up. The Nosric goes down. So does Dominic. Archangel. They all fall. Yeah, and he just wasn't able to get off the BKB against Silver Lining. It means he's going to have a fresh 9-second BKB when he comes back alive. But he didn't want to die at all there. The Hex from Fogus. The Ice Path. Great overlap from the control to get the kill onto the Ursa bar, and he just could not survive through it. Shira, just looking to farm, looking towards, what's that, a Lincoln's? Yeah, Lincoln's here for the Invoker, because the Abyssal Blade won't be too far to follow here from the Ursa bar. And a good jump from him still means death. We do get the pause, though. 6k net worth lead in favor of No Sorry, but 20 to 25. It's not the biggest gap in the world. In fact, one team fight probably swings it back into the favor of Cybercats if they can take a good team fight. How's Alberca looking? Alberca still wants that Scardy. Still building toward it. But only gets himself one ultimate orb. Net worth-wise, he's 6k behind. In fact, that full net worth difference, it's just between you. You look at everybody else. Invoker and Tiny, really close together. Nothing in it between the net worth. About 500 gold between the Primal Beast and the Centaur. What's that? About 800? 900 between the Hoodwink and the Jakiro. And then a little bit between the Rubik. And this net worth, all 6k net worth difference, is between the Ursa and the Faceless Void. And even when this Faceless Void's back alive, it's going to be the Ursus down for 25 seconds. It's not a lot of time to catch up with the farm. So it's not like he's going to, the Ursa bird dies as he's respawning. He's going to have like a minute or so to catch back up. It is literally, it's just going to be about 25 seconds or so before the Ursa bird's back alive. By the time he gets out of base and start farming, probably about 20 seconds. And No Sorry, they're looking to get aggressive. I mean, they're looking to roam around and get the kills. Jeffrix, at least, he has a smile on his face. He's happy with the way the game's going. They're communicating as well. You can see Jeffrix are talking. They're communicating. They've got a game plan here, No Sorry.
Guess what comes next?
And Hoodwink. 0.4k gold. What does he want to go for apart from the tome? Okay, he's got the Philosopher's Stone as well. Does he actually go for the Chira Jr. in the Ghost Walk? Students try and come through. Acorn shot into the Bushwhack. Push this creep wave out. So the Invoker not good. Tornado doesn't connect. Jeffrix knows he's still here. Sunstrike. It's still not going to connect here. Jeffrix is that little squirrel just going to be able to dodge through everything. The Hex, the blink away. And it might buy some time, or it bought time for the rotation from Force Majeure. But overall, the Hoodwink just dodges off everything. Dominic sees the double damage rune. Does he save it? I assume this is going to be for Dodrum. Dodrum making his way up here. Yeah, Silver Edge here for Tiny. He's got the gem, so the Echo Saber has been pocketed for now. Just while he has the double damage, yes, he can use the double damage when a fight's about to break out, and then just put the Echo Saber back in. And even if it doesn't come out right away, it's still going to be off by the time you're in the middle of these fights. Chira Jr. just looking to farm through. GSV, DK Focus grouping up. And Alberca still going towards... It's going to be the Butterfly soon, but it looks like the Skadi first. Still, as he has that ultimate orb. Smoke coming out from the side of No Sorry. Rocket Flirt just trying to be used to push out this top lane. We'll be able to get the vision, the jump on point blank. They get the lockdown onto DK Focus. Bushwhack comes out. The Hex though, Telekinesis, the save. And now the Chronosphere actually catches on to Archangel. Is Dominic in there as well? It looks like he is. He's trapped in, caught out, and killed off the both of them. Really well done there from Cybercats just to fight back into this one. It seems like the Doran comes in, the double damage rune comes out now as well. DK Focus locked down. Another Bushwhack comes out. Then Osric gets the kill. They take down 3. I was just about to praise Cybercats, saying how well this game's going for them so far. You know, they're getting themselves back in. They're finding these fights. The telekinesis saves are amazing. And then they lose 3 heroes. So what do I know?
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Roshan could be 3 seconds away here. 50 seconds, that's not an awful timing. You know, by the time they do the damage onto this tier 3 and no buyback onto the Primal Beast Invoker as well, they should be able to take down 3. Alberca trying to split push it out. Could be forced back now. The Bushwhack connects onto the Faceless Void. Just trying to buy some time up against the face as well. The run through the tree. The hook's in. And he's not going to be able to get himself away. The jump in from Doran now. That's a death from the Faceless. Really worked from the side. Yeah, that's from the side of No Sorry. First forcing out the BK. I mean, even if he'd gone for the TP and not the BKB TP, the hookshot still comes in, still connects, and still gets the kill onto the Faceless. Again, really good opening. 56 seconds. He does have buyback. Roshan back up in 2. And Ursaba going to be able to make a beeline towards it if he wants to. Has the gold for the Abyssal Blade. Or do they want to go for another fight? Again, Ursa gets that jump in. Force Majeure. Force Staff comes out. Black Archangel. No hook shot for the next couple of seconds. But they should check the pit here. Yeah, that's going to be an Aghanim's Blessing as well for Roche. Or from Roche for whoever wants to pick it up. Probably the Tiny, to be honest. He's got his Aghanim's queued up himself. He's already got the Silver Edge, so he's already got that crit stick available to him. Yeah, I think this is going to be the Aghanim's over to the Tiny. I mean, Denosric already has his. So I think you give this over to Doran. Sunstrike will come out. Doesn't claim the Roshan kill. Now the hookshot in, DK Focus with BKB. The Pulverize comes out onto Dominic. Dominic, will he survive through this one? They get the kill, but Doran wants to get himself in here now as well. The damage comes through. They take down Chira. Alberca has to run away from that one. Force will still go down here. Jessie being chased out. It was a TP. The damage, does it come through? Do they have the lockdown? They don't. He did get that quick TP away after he's already using the Force Staff and the Ghost Scepter. So they trade off a Centaur here for the Invoker for the Jakiro. And what does Tiny want? Tiny has 3.4k. Like an AC. Might not be too bad for him. Denosric comes back in. He wants to clean up the space. He does what he wants to keep the pressure on.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
The Abyssal Blade flying out to him. The Sursa Burst, so it is going to be Swift Blink to follow up after this comes out.
Middle barracks has fallen.
Bottom lane, Alberca. Time walk away from the Bushwhack, but the jump in Doldrin. They jumped into his trap here now as well. DK Focus, defensive telekinesis comes out. They get the catch with the Chronosphere now as well. Doldrin, he's going to be able to... No, he's not going to be able to eat that cheese. Had it in the backpack, but Denosric wants to jump in. The buyback comes out from the Rubik here. As Denosric does take down Jess V. Sunstrike, Denosric comes out a little bit too early. But at least they took down a ranged rack, so this mid lane will push in. They lost a Tiny, but they forced out a buyback from Jesvi. So it's not completely awful. I mean, it's actually a really good one, from No Sorry. as the meteor will be dropped. Yeah, the Nosric just goes back to farm, and I mean, to be fair, oh, he's got a Penta-Edge sword now as well. Skadi comes out for the Faceless Void. He's going towards a Butterfly on the Faceless as well. And what's Ursa going to do with this? Because, I mean, the Swift Blink will be here in about 300 gold for the Ursa. Again, they have this Aegis for 2.5 minutes as well. So if they really want to, they could fight something out here. DK Focus the furthest one forward. Kira Jr. not even. No, he's going to be TPing up with the Boots of Travel now as well. But do they want to go for this one? Faceless Void. They've got the lockdown onto DK Focus. He's not going to be able to get off now. The Centaur Storm comes through. They're going to be able to get the kill onto DK Focus. Gem on the deck. Hookshot now. It does connect. They're going to be able to get the die back onto Jess V. Dead to 77 seconds. And have to buy him back for the base defense. Obviously, no buyback available for the Rubik. Dodrin, what did he pick up? What did he spend his gold on? Boots of Travel? Okay. Ursubur, level 25. +3 overpower attacks. So not gonna, he's not a team player here. No enrage benefits, you know, his teammates. Or half benefits as Jakiro. Oh no. Nosric.
Radiant's middle barracks.
The melee racks will go down. This is, I mean, if you want to try and break the base, go for maybe another set of racks here, maybe even the tier 4s. It is going to be, but looks like the Nosric Age is still up for the next minute and 12. MKB as well, so he sees, no he doesn't see, because it's only queued up in terms of items, but the Nosric thinking ahead, thinking that it is going to be maybe the Butterfly coming out for the Faceless. He's just like, okay, I'm going to go straight into the Butterfly. Ag's Blessing to consume this Ag Scepter, open up another slot, and get that MKB started. While this is going on, though, yeah, the Nosric, he just pushes through. They take down another lane, or at least the jump in the back lines. Do they get the kill? They take down the Invoker. Invoker, no buyback. Jakiro does buyback as well. Dominic comes in. He's going to be stopped. Can he get the pulverize off? Damage off now as well. Ursa Burr, though. Again, Ursa still has the Aegis. They get the Abyssal. Chronosphere comes out onto the Ursa. Just on the edge of it now, has that BKB back. Alberca trying to do the damage to Dominic, but the respawn of the Nosric right in the Radiant base. It looks like they're looking to clean up. Now DK Focus is going to be hexed up, cleaned up, killed off, and they can go for that Jakiro once again. Jakiro already bought back the once, and only the Rubik GG will be called here. No, sorry. They keep themselves treading above the water for one more game. And again, this is big, especially in the first game, to have that mental coming into this for No Sorry. Have that mental advantage coming into the series and maybe put Cybercats, because they know, again, survival match coming out here. If they win this, No Sorry will be on 2 wins, Cybercats on 2 wins as well, with probably the 2 hardest teams in the bracket left to play, while No Sorry will have Team Sexy. And if they both lose the remaining matches after this one, tiebreakers. So No Sorry winning this, coming in through with a mental of, you know, saying we've already beat you once. They could just have that damage over Cybercats. And here in this first game, they did look completely in control. We're going to be taking a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to see how this is going to go in the second game with the Cybercats. Can they pull this one back, force it to a third game, and relegate No Sorry? Or No Sorry, will he live to fight another day? We'll find out after this break.